Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Wanderpreneur podcast show. Today I have Brooke and Jason Rash. I found these two probably about a year ago whenever I was surfing online, and Jason did videos for a lot of well-known entrepreneurs, and Brooke was also like the one behind the scenes for it, and then she had her own Facebook fame course, and I put it on my list that at some point I was going to end up working with them, and you know what? It actually happened. I actually joined Social Circle, and we'll get into Social Circle later on, but I wanted to bring them on today because, I mean, they're starting to travel a lot, believe it or not, with all the events that they go to and things like that, but also these two are freaking rock stars. They built a membership site of over 200 people in about, I don't know, 2 months, maybe tops, maybe less than that. They've also gone on a free trip. And they won that through Facebook, and they did everything through Facebook. They've done a lot of organic marketing and built up their visibility, their marketing, their income, everything just from being mainly organic. So we're going to have them dive on in, and we're going to talk about all the cool stuff that they've been able to do. And hopefully it inspires one of you on the show to also go out and try organic because, you know, when you're starting out, you don't have the funds. I know that. I've been there. I've done that. And I built my business organic too, but I'm telling you, like, these two are like wildflowers. Like, they just knocked it out of the ballpark, you know? So I'm going to let them kind of introduce yourself, and then we'll get started.
Hi, man. Welcome to the Wanderless Wandermore show with your host, Christy Candelario, a movement for life, for freedom in life. Watch ya. Wanderless, Wandermore, expert advices for sure. Wanderless, Wandermore, helping you become an entrepreneur. Wanderless, Wandermore, travel around the world, let us go explore. Wanderless, Wandermore, expert advices for sure. Come and be guided and supported by this podcast show. We give you enough insight just to help you grow. Special guest experts, business adventures about great lifestyles and so much more. Launching, transforming and leveling up businesses globally since 2012. Stay tuned and wonder less so you can wonder more.
Yeah, I mean, wow, I don't really know how to follow that up, Christy. It really is all about networking. And, I don't have anything against sales funnels or automation. I think that's really great because it can get tiresome, just pushing on Facebook. But we've been doing this for almost 10 years now. We're serial entrepreneurs, and we just really love meeting people. We really love connecting with people. We really just enjoy hearing people's stories. And, I think, we were having a conversation yesterday about the art of connection and how it seems to be such a lost art. People just want to pitch. And whenever I'm connecting with someone, there's usually 3 questions that are running through my mind. And the first one is, how can I help this person? What can I learn from this person? We all have different backgrounds, different areas of expertise, different life experiences, so we can always learn from each other. And then I'm thinking, who can I connect this person with? Who in my network would this person be a good fit for? Like, who does this person need to talk to and share their story with? Who should they be working with? Who could they be helping? And so I think it's really just a shift in mindset, around entrepreneurship. The more people the bigger your network becomes. And they say your network is your net worth. And I really, really believe that is true. Who matters. It really, really does.
I love that. And I love the third question that you ask yourself about how can this person, like, who can you refer them to? Who can help them and who can they help serve? So I love that because a lot of people don't think of that. That is something that you don't hear these days. And just like the whole like follow-ups and people pitching, like people will pitch and pitch and pitch. Follow-ups, that's gone away. Talking about anything else other than, how to make money, that's gone away. Like, let's actually know people. And I love that about both of y'all because y'all tend to always know everybody and not just know them by their name, but know like what's going on, what they've done, what they do, like how awesome they are, like all their accomplishments. Like, I don't even know how big y'all's brains are. I could not remember all that stuff because y'all have a huge audience. I'm always like, oh, wait, I know there's somebody. I can't figure it out. But it seems like y'all always know everything about everybody. And I love that because y'all can help bring everyone together. And that was another thing I don't think I mentioned before, but Brooke is the social media publicist. She's an expert at helping you become somebody online. And I was going to kind of dive on in and talk about the whole organic process of how you actually, transformed into this social media publicist and celebrity, and talk about that. And I know it started back when you won a trip to Mexico. So let's talk about that. Like, how did you even do that? Just through social media?
Gosh.
Like, who actually wins that?
Well, we have, oh my gosh, this year we're coming up on 15 years of marriage. This was 3 years ago. So at the point it was 12 years, we had been married. We have 2 kids. We, haven't necessarily had the easiest time. We've had a lot of challenges and struggles. We went through autism recovery with our son, which was, very, very draining process, health issues, building businesses, moving across the country. And so I came across this contest from this company that offered, it's a resort, or a what do you call it? It's more than one resort. So
it's like a conglomerate of hotels.
Right.
Yeah.
And I found out that they offered something for people with food allergies. So having food allergies, I'm gluten-free, not by choice. I have to be gluten-free. Traveling was very scary for me, especially in the beginning, because I didn't want to get sick while I was traveling. So I found out that they take care of that. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. So you go on vacation and you don't have to worry about, especially in another country where there's a language barrier, you know what I mean? So,
not just that, the food's different too.
Yeah.
So different.
Yeah. So anyhow, they were having this contest, and, they were giving away this free vacation. And so we had to get creative. And that's where my creative marketing skills came in handy. And we created this really awesome photo. We ended up using it for our Christmas card that year. I think that was actually the last year I sent out Christmas cards, where we created this mess in our kitchen, and the kitchen cabinets were open. And I actually did it right after I went grocery shopping. So there was just crap strewn everywhere. And then Jason was holding our son upside down, and he had the broom, he's cleaning and wrangling these kids. And I'm chopping vegetables with this ridiculously big knife. And my daughter's tapping on my shoulder with all of her homework, trying to get my attention. And I've got my hair like crazy. And I'm anyhow, it went over really, really well. And we just leveraged our audience to get votes. It was a social media contest. And that was the first real vacation we had ever had. I mean, we did have a honeymoon, but
it was incredible.
I'll let Jason talk now.
Yeah, let me tell you. Hi guys, I'm Jason Rash. I'm her other half. No, seriously though, the vacation was incredible. Okay, so check this out. The people that were there, we had some friends visiting from out of town that day in our house whenever we snapped the photo, and they actually took the photo for us. And so we were like, hey, listen, why not take you guys on the trip with us? So we wound up bringing them on the trip with us. We couldn't think of anyone else better that we'd want to spend the week with anyway. I mean, when we get to this place, let me tell you, this was next level. There was a pool on our balcony. Our balcony,
they gave us the presidential suite.
It was incredible, incredible. It was a pool in the balcony. I'd never seen nothing like that before.
That is so cool.
It was all the green juice you could drink. It was just turn down service, champagne. I mean, it was it must have cost $8,000. I'm telling you, it was an unreal trip. I'm we got to be the luckiest people in the world. And we worked our face off on social media for it. We were asking our friends to vote. We were doing we were doing videos. We were having our kids.
This was before Facebook Live too.
Yep.
So we had to get creative.
All organically. And we had this.
We won by 50 votes.
Because we had this ticker, right? There was a ticker between everybody that had registered for the contest, and you could see the votes going up every single day. And I'm like, man, we're killing it. And these people were catching us. And I'm you got to be kidding me. No, we're not going to have that. So we jumped in and we started really getting creative. And I think that's the great thing about organic is whenever you're up against and you got to commit to something, organic really, really shines through. And it really came through with that contest for us.
Yes, it did. And since I know you love to travel, I'll tell you a little bit about this resort. It was the El Dorado Maroma. So it's Charisma Resorts and Hotels. And we had the best experience there. Everything was taken care of. I mean, the service was beyond anything I have ever experienced in my entire life. And, you know, a little funny story was I was dealing with some pretty significant stress before we left for the trip. I was having some really bad back pain that I couldn't get rid of. It was like joint pain. And it was stress related, right? It was related to leaving my kids. I was worried about leaving my kids with someone and going out of the country and all of that. It's the mindset shift that I had when I was there because of the environment they created. The pain immediately went away, and it was like I had no struggles, no worries. I wasn't even thinking about my kids while I was
You were in paradise.
It was incredible. But yeah, we leveraged our audience because we knew people, because people are connected to us. People have, they feel like they know us. We have a relationship with people, and that's a big difference from like throwing up a landing page and putting up a website and creating a funnel, and actually showing up and getting to know your people and caring about your people, like really truly connecting with them.
That would make it amazing.
That sounds like an incredible vacation. Like phenomenal.
Awesome.
Now, was that resort, is that like by Cancun?
Yeah, it was the Azul resort hotel, and it was the El Dorado Maroma. So yeah, it was.
Well, Charisma is the overarching
Charisma
umbrella, and then they have a couple of different like ones. But yeah, it was outside of Cancun, between Cancun and what's that?
Carmen?
Playa de Carmen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God,
Yeah.
Like when we left, and we
I
went to
love
go
that area.
Oh, it's great. We went to go visit the city, Playa de Carmen. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
And while we were there, it's like, wow, we should have never left the resort. Like, never. I was immediately whisked away into a shopping mall complex that contained Forever 21, Tommy Hilfiger, and some other brand that I would never even care about in the world. And I'm just like, oh, take me back to the resort right now, fast as possible. Let's get back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were in the tourist area. Yeah, so when we go to Mexico, we like to go like embrace like the local stuff.
Yeah.
So like we always have to ask like, oh, hey, what's your favorite place? Like, is it safe? Is it sketchy?
Yeah.
Can we go? And then like last time we were there, we ended up trusting someone to take us down this alley, and it was like dark and around the corner because we're trying to take the shortcut to the ferry to go over to Cozumel. And he's like, come on this way, you won't get bothered. And I'm like, oh great, like are we about to get jumped?
Yeah.
Like I don't even know this guy, but everything worked out well. I guess my husband and I, we just trust easily. That could be good and bad. We live life on the edge, you know, entrepreneur status. That's what we have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was very cool. And I will definitely go back because I had a good experience. But yeah, social media, man, social media it has provided us with so many opportunities. It has helped us connect with so many incredible people like you. And honestly, everyone else that we know. I think that anyone who's not utilizing social media is like missing out big time, you know, with making new connections. You know, the cool thing is, Christy, is that we know so many people all over the world, and you have to think like we're originally from small town in Alabama.
The trailer park.
Yeah. And now like we could travel almost anywhere in the world and have friends to hang out with or stay with, like in so many different countries because of utilizing social media to really make real friendships and connections with people.
Yeah. And see, I love that part about having social media and being an entrepreneur and getting to make all these connections with others, because I'm right there with you. Like I want to travel all the time because I'm like, I want to go meet them. Like I want to go up to Ohio to meet y'all. I'm going to go over to Scotland and go meet Emma, and she's in the social circle too. So like I'm starting to go out and have more places to go. And it's so exciting because it's like, I don't have to be at a resort or like act like a tourist. Like someone's there to be like, you have to go here. This is the best place. So vacations are going to be way better now. Because of everyone.
You don't want to come to Ohio though. We'll take you to the theme park.
Yeah.
Or down to Lachey's bar. Lachey.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll end up meeting somewhere else, maybe Mexico or something.
Someplace more fun.
Yeah.
And warm and tropical.
Exactly. I love that. So yes. Huh?
When palm trees.
Yes, palm trees are a must.
Palm trees in Ohio.
Palm trees are a must. We're actually getting ready to buy a home, and I'm like, we got to plant a palm tree. I'm like, I know it's not the beach, but we got to have a palm tree. And we're in Texas, so it can grow.
Yes, avocados, right?
Exactly. Do y'all want to talk about how you were able to utilize social media with like all the current stuff going on right now with Facebook Live, and how you were able to build up social circles so organically?
Yeah, go right ahead, girl.
You go ahead, babe. You can talk.
I tell you what, organic is tough. It brings out a special person because it isn't for everybody. But we have leveraged the tools in the online space, especially Facebook Live, like connecting. Like we have like little tips and tricks that we're doing with Facebook Live and testing out markets to reach new people. But like we've just literally attracted these people to us. We found the pitfalls that are in Facebook groups. We found that we've discovered where everybody's going wrong in their marketing and things like that. And what we're doing is we're bringing in and cultivating a group where people really, really connect with people. And that's so lost in this world, Christy. It's so lost because everybody's been taught to pitch. You know what I mean? And when it should be the other way around. It should be like, hey, connect with me. Okay, what are you offering? I may be able to help me in my business. And this is the way business has always been done for thousands of years. But this technology that seemingly connects us together has like torn us apart. It really, really has. It's like, hey, here's my offer. Where you can just spam 10,000 people in a nanosecond. You know what I mean? And so what we're doing is we're flipping the game. We're changing the game on this. And we're really, really cultivating a group, an environment, and a community for connection.
Yeah, so the social circle is like a gated networking community, so you can come in and you can get connected with people. And I had several different motivations for wanting to create the social circle. But leading up to it, what happened was I was connecting people all the time. I had become known as like the connector. And I was referring people and they were making a lot of money. And I was like, whoa, like this is awesome. I'm so glad I'm helping these people. But like I got to find a way to monetize this, right? Like I have to find a way to monetize because we did the math, and between our clients and just our friends in our circle last year from our social marketing skills and networking referrals, we helped our friends generate close to $750,000 in revenue.
That's amazing.
Even hard to track specifically, you know what I'm saying? And it's probably even more than that now that we started the social circle, and more people they've started new businesses. They've connected with new people who have introduced them to new network marketing opportunities. They're hosting retreats with other people like you and Emma. They're building friendships. So anyhow, I was like, I've got to figure out how to monetize this. But also, like Jason said, we were seeing where people were going wrong with the Facebook groups. The free Facebook group, most of them had become nothing but just nonstop sales pitches, and then you know what I'm talking about, where it's all the same people selling the same product, trying to pitch to one another. And it just didn't make any sense to me. I'm like, this is ridiculous. You're not even trying to connect with me at all. You're just posting something and thinking that I'm going to click on your link, and that's just not going to happen. So we saw the downfalls that were happening in the online space. We saw people who were being out of integrity, taking advantage of other people. But then we also saw people that were really struggling to get the help that they needed on their entrepreneurial journey financially. People that were giving up and having to go back to jobs that they didn't want to do, or just giving up because they ran out of money because they didn't have these astronomical amounts of money to invest in a high-level coach. And that was, kind of the mindset of the community was that, if you don't make a huge investment, like you're not going to have success. And, Jason and I have made big, scary investments, and a lot of them have paid off. But we also knew that we could cultivate a community with the connections that we had and bring people together that genuinely cared about helping one another, to help each other with building their businesses. So what we wanted to do was bring in these featured experts and feature them on our website, like Christy is one of our featured experts. So she has a masterclass that's available on our membership site for our members. So what we're trying to create is like a Netflix for entrepreneurs. So when someone needs help with XYZ, they can log over to the membership site, and there are master classes available from experts. And what that does is not only is it providing the information for people at a low monthly price, but it's also providing the experts like Christy with a platform to constantly be seen by new people. And when people watch her masterclass, they learn from her, they connect with her, and they're like, wow, this girl really provided a lot of value. She showed that she really is an expert in her industry, in her niche, whatever it is that she's focusing on. And, you know, when I'm ready to hire a coach for this or a consultant or a mentor for that, I'm absolutely going to hire this person. Or they begin referring that person to other people.
It's huge.
So it's been incredible so far. Like you said, we've built over 200 people organically in under 3 months. And it's just, we're really trying to shift the way that people do business online. We really want to bring back that connection, those referrals. We don't want people to feel like, oh my gosh, I have to have this ridiculous Facebook ad marketing budget to get started. When you can make so much money just by connecting with people and getting referrals.
Yeah. So speaking of that, just because you mentioned Facebook ads, in January, I did a $20,000 launch. I didn't use Facebook ads. I don't know why people think that they have to have Facebook ads or any kind of advertising, because you don't. It's totally organic. And I feel like it's always the best way when you do it organic, because you get the right people. You get your people. The right people that click with you, and it's not just some, you know, like random person that clicked on it, bought it, and then falls off and leaves you later on. Or like y'all weren't the right fit. Like, yeah, you can get the right people through marketing with Facebook ads and that kind of stuff. But when you're organic, it's like a whole nother ballgame. I feel like it's more of what you want. You get an abundance of what you want. And just like this month, and I can even say that the Social Circle has helped me. Like I met Emma, she's one of my clients now. I've been helping her. Now she's, you know, going up and doing awesome things, has her retreat, has new clients, stuff like that. Then I have 2 others that are about to join as one-on-one clients. And I've talked to so many others that I'm making a lot of connections. Like I didn't even know a publicist. And then it's like, Christy Dosh, like I'm going to use her eventually. Or like other things like that. And even back when y'all were getting started, like before Social Circle was even born into this world, you know, whenever y'all would be promoting somebody, I would always be like, oh, well, I'm going to add them as a friend, because if they're with Brooke and Jason, they must be popular. So I'll add them.
A lot of people have said that. Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah, like I'm like, okay, well, if they just did videos for this person, I should add them, because they're obviously doing something right. If they hired Jason and Brooke,
you know, you're right,
because y'all are like that.
Said about, you know, getting the right people. And, you know, a lot of people thought we were crazy for doing this organically. And I said, I actually did a Facebook Live broadcast about why we did it organically. And it was important for us because of what we're creating. This isn't just like you're purchasing a course and being done with it. You know, we're creating a community, something that people are going to be part of for years and years and years. It's going to grow and grow and grow and be internationally known. You know, we wanted to create the vibe. We wanted to create that foundational piece. And we knew that if we did it through ads, we did it through like cold targeting, we were not going to create the vibe and get the people in that we wanted to like really set the tone for what the Social Circle was going to be all about. So you're so spot on when you say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to have the right people. That's what makes business work, because then you love what you do. You love the people you're working with. They love you back. And they actually get results. And everyone has that community. Like it is that tribe. And you have that right energy in there. You have the right people. And it's just like a fairy tale, you know?
Yeah, it's great.
You have to have the right people. Definitely. And I think that, like, I don't even know how you found 200 and something people that are the right people that fast organically. Like y'all just amaze me all the time. As I'm watching, I'm like, more people are joining. Whoa.
You know, years of building and growing and connecting and having diverse communities. And that's something that we preach a lot, is like diversifying your network and why it's so important. Because I learned the hard way whenever I was in my first company. It was a direct sales company that I did for 7 years. It got me into being an entrepreneur, but I was only surrounded by other people in that company. And when I left there, I officially left 3 years ago, but I had pretty much backed away 4 to 5 years ago, I quickly realized that that was the majority of my circle, and that I had better get busy connecting with other people.
Mm-hmm.
So still have contacts from that network. I have contacts from nutrition school, because Jason and I were health coaches for a little while. We have contacts from
all different industries.
Industries.
It's been very, very valuable. I did a Facebook Live about it yesterday, actually, about diversifying your network and expanding that power base, really, really expanding, and like getting that pipeline real full and chunky of prospects, man. When you're in that when you're in the same industry with everybody else and you're trying to sell product XYZ to your best friend, but your best friend sells product XYZ, you have no money. There's no prospects. There's no opportunity. And that's what people as an entrepreneur are on. They're not short on opportunities. They're short on people. They just don't have enough people in their network and in their pipeline to really fulfill the lifestyle that they want. They can't sell the product fast enough. The quantity is great enough.
Right.
That is very true. I mean, even going back into my first business, I was like you. Once I got out, I was like, oh crap. Like, what am I going to do? Like, I don't have an audience.
I got to meet some new people.
I don't have my right people. Yeah. So that is, and that also brings up the fact that it doesn't just happen overnight. Like, it may look like that for Social Circle, but it goes to show that you've been working at this for 5+ years, building your audience, making connections, rising up into the people that you are online. Yeah. And having that publicity for yourself. And Social Circle wasn't something that happened in 3 months with 200 people.
Oh, no.
This was like a huge journey. Just the idea came, like 6 months ago, but you worked up to it. Like, you wouldn't be, if this would have happened like 5 years ago, it would not turn out this way.
Oh, no. It would have been all the people from my first direct sales company that I was in would be in it. And then we started health coaching, and then we are so good at networking and so good at creating buzz around what it is that we do. I mean, it was like a $20 meal plan we sold, but within a year we had 1,000 people come through because everyone was telling their friends. So we ended up branching out and connecting with so many different people because of that. And now, like, a lot of those people are still part of our audience. Mm-hmm. A lot of those people are, still tuned into our broadcasts. Some of them have joined the Social Circle because they're entrepreneurs. I'm also part of a network marketing company, and I strategize that too whenever I step back into it, because I wanted to open up to another new network. That was part of my strategy around it. Not only did I want to have an additional stream of revenue and to be able to really test my marketing strategies through network marketing, but I wanted to open up to another new network and connect with new people. So yeah, I can't remember where I was going with that, but yeah, it is so, so important to really diversify your network. And yeah, that's something that we're very good at, knowing a lot of people. So if you need to know someone, you need to join the Social Circle. And if I don't personally know someone that can help, with a problem, I know someone who knows someone who can. You know what I mean? What was that Henry Ford quote you always talk about?
Mm-hmm. How he was put on trial back in the 1920s for stupidity. These
Henry Ford was?
Yeah, these lawyers, roughly just high level here. These lawyers have put him on trial or whatever. They're like, when did this war happen, and who won this war, and who won this battle? And this went on for a period of maybe 2 days, something like that. And finally he was like, okay, look, I'm done with this. And they were trying to like basically they had a term for claiming that he was stupid. And he was like, look, I'm done with this. Here's the thing. I don't know everything I need to know, but I've got a row of buttons on my desk. I can summon any man who's an expert in any area at my beck and call to answer any question that I may need. And they dropped the trial immediately.
Well, and that's the whole point, is you don't have to know everything, but you should be surrounding yourself with other people who know things that you don't know. Like, people always ask me, like, well, how do you get better at Facebook Live? I practice, but I also watch other people who are better than me, and I learn from them, So,
yeah, I really like that quote. I need to remember that one and maybe share that one with others about the Henry Ford.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. Well, it goes into much deeper detail in what is it called? Think and Grow Rich. If you skim through that book, it's a massive book, but if you skim, I'm sure you've heard of it. But he goes into the whole detail of the story. But that's really what happened. They put him on trial for stupidity, and he had enough of it. He's like, I can summon any man that I want to at the push of a button who can answer any question that I want about anything.
And it's so true. And the people
That's true power.
and those people that become successful, it's because they have other people like that to
Right.
pick up the phone or, Facebook message them, whatever. You get the answer. And I have to say, like, obviously y'all are doing something right if your audience continues to follow you as you've changed industries and products and services and everything else like that. And that's awesome, because that means, like, you don't just have an audience. You have, like, real lifers that are there for anything that you're doing. And that's, like, the goal to being an entrepreneur, having people follow you and like, not just, like, follow you on your Facebook feed, but I mean, like, actually follow you and just join whatever you're doing because they love you and they care about you and they're inspired by you and they want to work with you. And I mean, those are dream clients. That is amazing that both of you have been able to do that and continue to grow it and grow it and grow it even more. I don't know if we have anything else to talk about today, or if you're ready to wrap it on up.
Girl, we could talk forever, but I mean, I think we've covered the gist, get out there, start using social media. Don't overcomplicate it. Treat people like people, have conversations. Yeah. You don't need a sales strategy. You just need to create relationships with people.
By being yourself.
Yes. By being yourself. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And following up. Like, that's one thing I always have to say. I'm like, I have new clients that I'll be like, look, here's all the people I followed up with this week. Like, let's look at my messages. Now, where are yours? Because you didn't tell me about anyone you followed up with. And they're like, oh, right. I'm not doing that yet. It's like, big no, red flag. You have to follow up. Yeah, I mean, you follow up with your girlfriends, you follow up with your family, your whatever. You follow up with everyone else in your life. Follow up with people you're trying to attract and, like, help and have a business because of them. You can't have a business without other people.
That's actually what I'm going to be doing all afternoon, because little tidbit, little tip, Fridays are a good day for follow-ups because it's, for most people, it's payday. So I am going to be doing follow-ups all afternoon today. And then I'm going to actually take a social media detox over the weekend. I know we just talked about social media, but it is also sometimes good to unplug and step back and let that creativity and inspiration flow. So
that is awesome. Yeah, I call my Fridays my fun and financial Friday. So I am following up if I know that there's payments that haven't come in yet, or I'm like, I'm going to do fun stuff. So, like, film me a podcast show. That's fun.
I love it. I'm so excited to be here on this podcast with you.
Yes.
Well, I'm honored to have both of y'all come on because y'all are online celebrities. So I'm excited to have both of you here. And I can't wait for people to hear your podcast episode. Without further ado, everyone, I hope y'all tune in next week and y'all enjoyed this episode. Please check out Brooke and Jason both, and you can always go to socialcirclemembers.com.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, so search socialcirclemembers.com and check out the program that we've been talking about, how they grew it organically and stuff like that. Because this is organic marketing, by the way. So if you come join, this is organic.
It's actually socialcirclemembers.com.
Okay. Socialcirclemembers.com. Yeah, so come check it out. Come join all three of us.
$20,000
We'll drop it in the show notes.
Wow. That's unbelievable. Wow. Well, I'm glad y'all didn't spend that much on the URL.
No, there's always a workaround. Always a workaround.
Exactly. Well, everyone, have a great day. And thanks again, Jason and Brooke, for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.